So I filled out my protest to the water company they want to raise the sewer prices so that they can build a stronger, some more sewerage tanks. And see, my argument why I protest against me being the one to have to pay for that is that, first of all, I don't really use the sewer, you know, um, so it's a free-for-all. The way that they're blanketing this cost to the people who use the sewer, who are on sewer, you see, they are increasing the money is creating the place to be like an amusement park. So there's more. See, I haven't seen it yet, but there's something called apartments. They are building apartments up here to house people, workers, that will more and more be needed to take care of the fact that they're turning the wilderness areas, the residences, say like where I live here, I'm homesteaded. My great-grandparents were Freemasons and they built this cabin here kind of knowing that they were being disenfranchised of even their work, of everything, really. The reason why I wound up in the mountains, God, this is a fucking long story, but it's only minute 2. It seems like I just went through 300 years of something. It's because my great-grandpa and grandmother knew what caused the Depression in the 20s, and they knew that there was just this ever-impending presence that through money is directing the way that we're sitting, kind of. And see, that was a disenfranchising thing for even the Freemasons didn't know that they were working for people that would turn on them, right? Think about it. I mean, that's a huge thing where it's like, well, are we gonna? It stems out to just the critical mass thinking that the government is actually taking care of them when really they're being abused, which really means that they're being used against their greatest good. Say that it wouldn't be appreciated. They would just delete it and turn it into an even deeper hole within a hole, as far as what they're digging for, what is really going on. See, this fucking whole thing is a trap, and I see what human beings need to do is need to let go. See, it's like I was talking to these people. They walk down my driveway and they're dressed a certain way, and they're like, "Excuse me, but can I talk to you about the upcoming sewer rate hike?" See, there's 4 more days left, and there's a drop-off box at the water company, and I'm wondering, well, what do I do? I just write down my name and say I am opposed to the sewer rate hike. I'm not opposed to our money helping with things that we need to get done around here, but you see, there is so much happening. See, okay, so the community center, and I might have talked about this. I talked about it over Facebook when it first was happening. And see, here's what's happening is that they not only get grants, to create for the infrastructure to strengthen infrastructure, which really it's the encroachment of the system who is just stamping things into a fucking circus, of bullshit where nobody is at home feeling, it's more like, well, what's happening now? The helicopter is going over with the Monster Mash theme happening, okay? See, all they need is 300 of these to go in the box, and they'll stop the sewer rate hike. See, this is the thing. They were going to build this, and nobody likes it, really. You can see it's just too much. It's overdevelopment. Really, the agenda, the plan for the infrastructure strengthening is different on the outskirts. In the Royals, it's just to create more unwell being and unrest. Just cram it in there. Yes, we want. What do we want? Well, we want an official library, a fucking building full of lies that, stays empty most of the time. They put a lot of money into it. Now, if you look at it again, that library over there, that's the way they built it is to, if they needed to, they can turn it into a fucking prison holding tank immediately, and where a tank can't even get on the side because it's full of fucking armory. Look at it. That's not a library. That has two entrances. One is has a lock in it. Its fucking door is heavier than shit. That a child has to press a button to get it to open, and then that's not a library, babe. That's a fucking it's just sitting as a building saying, now when you people start getting way out unrested, we can arrest you. Basically, that's the first fucking thing that went up here that you can see, oh shit, it's starting. Let alone the fucking full-on encroachment of all of this bullshit wannabe environmental specialists going around cutting trees down halfway. That's the way you be an environmental specialist, is you leave a pine tree cut down to the half fucking post, saying that, well, imagine if we didn't do this now, what would happen later? And it's like, well, what would happen later is the same thing that's happening now, which is nothing. Really, you people, and where are the fires coming from? Where are the fires going on in Canada? They were lit. People are lighting them. On top of knowing that they've made it extra flammable with their chemtrails. Anyway, getting back to my little situation, if you do what you can, do what you possibly can. See, and I told these people, I said, you know what? My water was just about to be turned off. And I was honestly thinking, God, this is the way to protest. And they kind of laughed, and I said, well, and then what would they do? I mean, see, they couldn't charge me for the sewer anymore. See, they were sitting there trying to work it out. Well, yeah, no, but if you don't pay for the water, then you don't have to pay for the sewer. I'm like, well, yeah, does that make sense? Makes sense? No, it doesn't. None of it makes sense. And that's why you can make just as much nonsense and add in could, may, might, especially with a lot of other things. Like I said, look, if I stopped paying their bill, I said, turn the water off. Fine. So they lost business right there. So now there's a campground over there. I take a shower over there, or maybe I ask some people, hey, can I take a shower? Or maybe we build our own shower house that operates on rainwater that we collect in our neighborhood. What about that? See, that's what I was going to do, like, personally, just say, well, I really don't need I told them, I said, I don't drink the water. I haven't drank their water since they announced that they, poured neurologically damaging poisons in there. And, oh, by the way, save the water. I'm like, no, I'm not even going to drink it. And so I told them I don't drink the water for 6 years now. I'm used to going to the, well, now it's like 10 gallons that I'll grab. See, I want to get at least 5-gallon glass bottles. I need to start switching to glass. But see, this is something I would do. It's like, well, now what's next? I talk about the popcorn of Earth, but they don't know that they're popcorning around under the heat. They don't know how to relax. In fact, if they knew they were a popcorn, they couldn't relax under all of the heat. See, what I'm talking about is like, okay, I need to sell out. I already know how to drink water within my little realm here. I could be anywhere and just find that water machine, right? That's the way they're setting it up. Don't think that you own anything around here, especially not property. That's what they're trying to drive us out. And I'm saying, fuck yeah, good. I don't want the stress. I don't really want that stress. If we can work together and say, nah, we don't want that, and fucking, see, the thing is you'll never be able to change the world. Just change your fucking inner self, man. Realize that all you need is clean, good water, find a main staple, and a place to meditate. If it's inside of your little Winnebago that carries the water, and your cat, and you're driving around, and all it is about is just finding the fucking day-to-day sleeping spot. Oh my God. I would rather people see in my area, hear me, in my neighborhood. the paper that they sent, the story that they're saying is like, they want to charge you $80 for using the sewer. And it's like, but I don't really use the sewer though. What about fucking saying, hold, but wait a minute, we don't use the sewer, and what if we don't even fucking use your water? See, and then they told me, well, Marion View, which is a street up there, they get a water truck in there. They have a water truck coming in there. And it's like, what? Well, really? Because that's what I thought I would do. You know, just say, it's just to take a shower. I got rainwater right now. Actually, I have a fucking creek over here. You know, the neighborhood could just say, you know what, fuck you people. First of all, you're not even providing good water. It's terrible service, and now you want to charge us to take a shit like this? Mm-mm. Man, it's weird, but the way that man should be protesting is just turn their backs. Say, oh, I'm not going to use it. Fuck company. Fuck your companies. First of all, they're saying, okay, so what's my sewer account? I don't know. I don't have a sewer account. I have a water bill account. I could write this now because they say sewer account. And it's like, what does the billing say? Does it say I have a sewer account, or is it a fucking water company? Who is the sewer company and who's the water company? I would like to know. And what's the idea behind that? Because the water that's coming in from the water company isn't the same amount going out. That was one of my things. It's like, come on, let's start talking reality here, which will confuse them. They'll say, wait a minute, no, we're just going to gaslight it. You know, just because you don't use the sewer doesn't mean that you don't have to pay that much. And especially if you don't drink our water and you're only flushing toilets in there, no, you have to pay $80 because that makes sense, doesn't it? No, we make more sense. Really? You do? No, I do. We do.